People ask me if I've given up architecture. I don't think so. This is still architecture for me. I just think it's faster, more immediate. When I work with clay, things get done much quicker. And that's one of the reasons why I actually love to paint, because you don't have to fiddle too much. Acrylics, they just dry fast, the painting finishes fast, you don't labor over it. And now what's happening is, off late, I've been combining the two mediums that I like to work with, clay and canvas. I combine them into collages, into installations, and it sort of falls into place, it fits in together. So the Barcode series came about without a client, without a project in mind, without anybody telling me what the theme was, what the scheme was. I just felt like I had to do it because at one point a curator had seen a picture of one of my smaller barcodes at an exhibition, and he wanted me to make this to a huge scale. So it turned out that this person was expecting me to make this out of clay and not on canvas. And he thought that the images that he saw in the catalog were clay images. And I said, no, this is canvas. That's the whole point. Because I'm trying to get these two mediums to work together as an aesthetic. I like the colors that I get on canvas, which I cannot get in clay. The texture on the piece that I get on the canvas is actually more tactile and more ceramic than it is paint. Spirituality for me is something very personal. It's very hard to talk about this. It's like sex, you know. Everybody's doing it, but nobody wants to talk about it. It's in everything that you see around you, but how do you put that in a sentence? How does that transfer into the barcode? It's very hard to explain this, you know. I like people who see my work to decide what they are seeing for themselves. This is why I don't like to give holy-poly titles to the works that I do, because this just leads them on to something that they may not come to if you don't tell them what you are thinking. So I leave this to them. It's for them to figure things out and to decide what they are seeing. But if you want to lead them on, of course, I do give titles to my works, but that's very intentional. So right now with the barcode, I'm calling this the transformation series. It's very obvious that this is the transformation, and you've seen the process. That's just one level. But there's another level where I leave you, the viewer, to decide for yourself what you see. So this barcode now has found a life of its own. It's traveled to several galleries, to several institutional spaces, to large public spaces. It's gone to the UB City Mall for Art Bengaluru. And it's interesting to see how people respond to it in different spaces. The scale of it is something that people cannot immediately fathom. It's nice the way it's found its own story to tell. So see where it goes, you know. I mean, let it go someplace else. Let it become something new again. Transform.